Hello. Hi. Do you know where you are? No, I don't know where I am. Well, do you know what happened? No, I don't know what happened. I remember I was walking down the street and then I don't remember anything. Am I in the hospital? No, you're not in the hospital. Oh my God. Am I dead? Am I in heaven? Are you an angel? No, I'm not an angel. Are you God? Nope, I'm not God. Are you Jesus Christ? Nope. Not Jesus Christ. Nope. Guess again. So I'm not in the hospital, and I'm not. Where am I? You're at the Dougcaster. Settle down, relax. We got a short episode for you today. Hey, welcome to the Dougcaster. It's a short one. I don't know. I've got ideas for podcasts. I got two different ideas. Both of them require work. So I think one of them is going to involve a certain country music celebrity that doesn't really exist visiting us. His initials may or may not be BB. B. Who could that be? Oh, you rhymed B with B. Way to go. All right. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. We're not even going to do movie time. I've got like multiple things on movie time. We're saving that for the other ones. We'll make them long. So what are you here for? What's going on? What is this all about? So I got ideas for podcasts, but they're going to take some work. And you know me and work. We don't get along. I work for my work. I spend a lot of time slacking off, but during work hours, either I'm working or I'm slacking off or doing little chores around the house. I might put my laundry away. I might put my dishes away. I might pay some bills, that kind of shit. But I get my shit done for work, and I don't, try to write a book or go do some painting or do this or that or try to work on the podcast. Maybe I could jot down some podcast ideas. Maybe I could do that, I reckon. But today we got no ideas. We got nothing written down. We just thought we'd get a short one out. Really don't have much. Here, why don't you look at some art? Look at some art! So I finished 2 this last week. They're not very big. JP, he goes to this place called Retail Rebel and gets crazy deals. Like if you go to a certain day of the week and pick through their shit, you can get fucking crazy deals. Like there's this big thing hanging on my wall, this big psychedelic mushroom forest kind of tapestry thing hanging on the wall. He got that fucking, like, it's big too. He got that for like 60 cents. Like big, like king size bed big. He got it for like 60 cents. So he's always getting shit, so he'll be like, here, do you want this? Hey, do you want? That's where the slide whistle came from. Retail Rebel. I tried to go there once or twice, and I really didn't like it. I really wasn't there at the right time, I don't think. Blah, 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 blah. But he's got it figured out, and he does it, and he pulls all kinds of shit out of there. So, my man. So, what was I going to say? What did Josh get at Retail Rebel? It was something interesting. It wasn't that. He got me this Mac Miller tapestry thing, too. I ended up finally hanging that up, where I put a fan in the window in the spare bedroom to smoke cigarettes when it's cold outside, or too hot outside, quite frankly. So I finally hung that up. So now every time I sit there to smoke, I'm staring right at the fucking thing. It's too much Mac Miller. I like him. And it's got Faces, that EP. There's that album cover. It's just like, I don't know how many album covers, just like all arranged. There's Faces, there's Swimming. Swimming's one of my favorites. It's got the one before that. What's the one before Swimming? It's Swimming, and then Circles is the one that came out after he died. It's got Swimming, it's got Circles, blah, 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 blah. It's got a whole bunch. But it's also got that one watching movies with the sound turned off. And the cover of that is pretty artistic. It's a big red room, and there's this wooden table, and there's this flower in a vase that's only halfway, like it's halfway cut off, and then there's like this cherub thing hanging from the ceiling on the other side, so it's kind of framed by those two things. And he's sitting at this wooden table, butt fucking naked, and he's fucking young in this. He's like early 20s, just sitting there fucking looking at you with his shaved head and this dumb look on his face. And they've got the parental advisory explicit lyrics things right under the table where his fucking crotch is. But it's still too much Mac Miller to fucking see every day when I'm fucking smoking. It's like I'm smoking. You're a hairy son of a bitch, ain't you, Mac? You hairy motherfucker. Jesus Christ. What was it? What was the whole point about the retail rebel? Something about a retail rebel. Josh got me a hat there, a cowboy hat, so now I got a little cowboy hat. There was something specific about it, though. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. So he got me a couple canvases because I do like weird little paintings. So he gave me some little 1.5 by 1 foot. So they're, well, it depends on how you turn them, but 1.5 one way, 1 foot the other. I was going to say it's 1.5 tall, 1 foot. Well, the way I have them, they're 1.5 tall and 1 foot wide. Okay, see a picture and the size. It's not very big. It's not a bigger canvas. And they had like some gold on them, like they're kind of decorated already a little bit. But he's like, hey, it was a pack of like 3. I think he got them for like $1. He's like, here, fuck, you paint, take these, see what you can do with it. And so messed with them for a while, and finished 2 of them this week. Another one's still got quite a ways to go. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing with it yet, but it's got paint on it. But the 2 I finished, okay, there's this one. I like this one. Like the way I do it, like I just kind of, it just happens, and whatever ends up there is what's there. And once it's there, I try to make it a little bit better. You know, like you find the thing and then you bring it out. I never set out and try to do anything in particular because I don't know. It's just, I'm more interested in the discovery. I'm interested in the discovery, not the execution. I did one a few years ago that I worked for like 2 years on, a big old oil painting, and I'd got it all carved out beforehand. I used a chalk line, you know, like you use a chalk line for construction where you got the string that's in this can of chalk, and then you pull it out, stretch it taut against something, and then you pull it in the middle and snap it, and it leaves a chalk line. I used that and put a bunch of weird chalk lines around and then did some scribbles, and then ended up being this lady riding an ostrich or something. But I spent like 2 years like filling in all the little sections and stuff, and oh man, and oil paint like takes months to dry. Months. So anyway, so this is, I don't know, I like this one. It's cool. You see the little gun there? That's stuck on there. It's stuck on there and then welded in. Like this one's acrylic. On acrylics, I like to put a gloss over it, a couple coats of gloss at the end. It just sort of cements everything together and makes it shiny. Oils, they don't get nothing. They just dry. Like you finish it and you're like, now I'll let it sit for 3 months and then it's done. I've got a pretty big oil that I'm working on. I'm not going to show you a bunch of pictures. I'm not going to show you a bunch of arts. We got 3 arts to show you. And that's one of them right there. Okay, now the other one that I finished at the same time, actually the other one had kind of been done. I added a little bit to it, but this one I really came together in the last week, and then I let it dry and coated it in the gloss. I don't know. It's just a big dumb head. See the little scribbles at the bottom, like the kind of shadow or whatever? Like that really brought it, like that was the finishing touch. Because before that, there was too much space down there. It wasn't balanced out, but like just that little bit of darkness down there balances the whole thing out. I like the weird face. Is it Admiral Akbar? No, it's not fucking Admiral Akbar. Who the fuck said it was Admiral Akbar? Was it you? Was it you? Was it you? Did you say that? All right. the I don't know what the hell I'm doing. This is just short one. Short ones can be long too. And then so I thought I'd show you one I did last year too. Both of those 1.5 feet by 1 foot. So picture that. Now picture 2.5 feet by 2 feet. Okay, here's this one, and I'm going to show you like you're like, ew, this is transgressions. I'm going to show you the evolution of this one. So this picture is just sort of like the thing's starting to come together a little bit, right? Okay. Like there's some outlines, and I kind of like what's going on. This thing kind of looks like a giant bird. Is that a baby bird starting to form in the corner? What is that thing down there? And then here's, after several more sessions on it, I don't know how many, I don't really remember. I just work on it. Like, that's how I have paintings. I always have 3 or 4 going on, work on it a little bit of a time, and they keep evolving until they're done. And a lot of times, like when they're getting close, I'll be like, what the fuck does this thing need? And usually it's putting some lines and tracing shit and bringing it out or whatever. Okay, so then, okay, this picture I'm about to show you, I haven't actually taken while I'm talking, but I'm going to take it to create the little video thing because that's how I do things, right? Okay, so here's the finished product. I didn't have a picture of that before, but now I got one. Then you're looking at it. This is the finished product here. Yeah, you see, like, I don't know what the fuck. Is it a penguin? Is it just some kind of bird? It's looking off in the corner. It's got that weird thing through its eye, like that kind of line. I kind of like that. I don't know. I kept it. It was just in the original scribble. Like you could cover that up or whatever, but I just kept it. I just liked it. I just liked that line, so I kept it. And then the little bird in the corner, like the baby bird, I don't know. And it's like the bird has got like, it's almost like its stomach was cut open, and there's the other part of it over there on the side. And then the bird came out of it. Now the bird's down there. Is the other bird dead? Is the big bird dead? Big bird? Big bird? It's not yellow. Is the big bird dead? Is that why that's got that line through? I don't know. You tell me. None of these pieces have titles. I stopped titling stuff. Because when I look back on old titles where like I put a lot of thought into it, and I'm like, yeah, it makes it too specific, and it comes off as pretentious sometimes. And I'd really prefer for the person that looks at it to like come up with whatever they see in it. Like in a lot of my stuff, it's like you can see this, you see that. I'm tempted to, oh no, this is a short podcast. Some other time we'll show you a whole bunch of art. That's all the art we're showing you. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get. Man. All right. How about them fucking fires in California? That's some bullshit, huh? Man, shit gets dry, global warming, like they're kind of in a desert already. They had troubles with water. They got some rain in the last year or so. So the water's slightly less of a concern in the near term. And then they have fires everywhere around LA. Man, it's getting to be unlivable out there. I don't know. I'm not interested in conspiracy theories and who started fires. Like, if it can be proved by verifiable shit. This thing, verifiable. Shit's gotta be, just because somebody says it don't mean it's so. Even if you hear it on a news channel, it's gotta be verified. It's gotta be like science. You gotta have proof. You gotta proof. Poof. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to talk about it at the moment. If I get any smarter anytime soon, I'll let you know. You gotta, oh man. And before long, man, there's gonna be videos that are generated by artificial intelligence, AI, which is already being used for all kinds of stuff. Soon there'll be videos that you are not going to know if it's true or not. Oh my gosh, going down a wormhole there. But anyway, all these fires and everything, that's crazy. I seen an article. I didn't click on it. I don't even remember what it was on, but it was talking Bill Burr. I listened to Bill Burr's podcast. You know, he's been impacted. He had to get out. It was kind of funny. I came across it through an article, but it's from him being on a talk show. And he part of the reason he got his helicopter's license and learned to fly the helicopter was so that if shit ever went down, he could just fucking fly his whole family out there. Pretty smart. That Bill Burr, he ain't a dumb guy. He ain't always right. He says some pretty dumb stuff sometimes, but Travis Tritt. That's where I got the whole Travis Tritt thing from. He's like using it as a swear one day. So what was the point? Oh yeah, so he got the helicopter to fly out of there, but he's like, but the thing I didn't understand is just how fucking expensive helicopters are. So the one I have is only a 2-seater. And I can't be making Sophie's choice with my kids to evacuate. So that's funny. And then I heard something about a lot of insurance companies aren't going to pay out for the fire. I can't remember the reason, but like insurance companies aren't going to pay out to cover the fire. I don't know. This may be total bullshit. Do not take me on it. It's just, it was interesting because then it said Bill Burr was going like, free Luigi, because he's mentioned a few times like, hey, insurance companies take all your money and then they want to deny it when you want to actually need to use it. Hey, time for a revolution on that shit, right? Now, I don't advocate anything. I'm just saying it's fucked up. Rich motherfuckers, like, it's all rich motherfuckers. Like, I don't know, everybody always thought there'd be something that came down. It might come down to rich motherfuckers against poor motherfuckers. Man, there's a lot more of them poor folk than there are damn rich folk. But the rich folk have all the good stuff. Man, okay, that got weird. All right, let's back that up. Yeah, we're not doing movie time or anything. There's a couple new Ari Shaffir. How do you say his last? Ari Shaffir. I haven't watched either of them yet. Well, one of them's not even out yet. I guess it's out on YouTube. He's got one called America's Sweetheart. He's got like I heard him on a podcast, Tom Papa's top podcast, talking about it. But it's got like a whole tropical jungle on the thing. It's on Netflix now. Like his stage is a tropical jungle. Like even the floor. I don't know. Cool way to fill a stage out, I guess. I haven't watched it. I've only seen the image of it on Netflix. I was like, oh, put that on my list. It just came out. And then he's got another one called Jew, because he's Jewish. And the Jew one has been on YouTube, and it's done so well that I guess Netflix bought it. So they're going to be putting that on there in a month or two also. I guess I could just go to YouTube and watch it. I'll wait for Netflix because I fucking hate commercials. Oh, the next movie time, I got a couple of them that I actually did watch with commercials to talk about. I need to write that down. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta write them down so I don't forget what I fucking watched. Because look at me, do I sound like I know what I'm doing? I'll tell you what. I fucking hate Microsoft. Microsoft fucking sucks. And no, this isn't Bill Gates putting chips in your brains through vaccines or none of that horrible bullshit. I'm just talking about like their shit itself, their software and everything. Sure, it does a lot of great. I've just ran into so many fucking problems. Fucking Microsoft. And the work I do is computer coding in a language that only works on Microsoft frameworks and shit. So I got to run, even though I have an Apple, a Mac to work on, I have to run a virtual machine, so like a smaller computer, like a computer that doesn't exist on it, but exists on the computer. It exists, but it doesn't, right? It's there, but it's not physical. It's virtual. Oh, man. So I run Microsoft on that. They got this new front end thing called Blazor. I don't know. I always feel like Microsoft is rolling new shit out and it's just not ready. And then we try to use it and it blows up in our fucking face. And I don't know. I don't know about this Blazor. I don't know if it's the Blazor or our implementation of it. But unrelated to that. So I had this thing built and it was working all great. Click this, it does this. You click this, it does this. It click this, it does this. It's fucking working great. So I give it off to the guy to test. He's actually the CEO and the boss because it's a small company. And he's like, this shit don't work. And I'm like, the fuck you mean it don't work? It work. And then he showed me and I was like, why the fuck it don't work? And he's like, this is the browser I'm using. So I had tried it out on Firefox. Firefox, right? I should probably use in Chrome. I don't know. I like fucking Firefox. For your phone and your iPad or whatever, I recommend getting Brave, Brave, for a browser. It limits ads and block shit. Like it's a better browsing experience, and pretty much everything works fine on it. Brave, Brave. I mean, it's not for like a desktop, like a laptop. I don't know. Maybe there's a Microsoft version, but I don't think there's a Mac version for it. I don't believe there's an app for that. I don't know if this is very entertaining. But anyway, I had this thing all work, and he says, shit's not working. So the browser he was using was Microsoft Edge, which is what replaced Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer has been a joke for a long time. Like the only thing that Internet Explorer is good for is for downloading Google Chrome. Windows Explorer is gone. It's dead. If it's still running on something, it's old. They should upgrade. Edge uses a bunch of AI shit. You get more AI shit in their answer. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I understand that this AI fucking uses a lot of fucking energy and water to keep it cool. Like they're just huge rooms of servers, you know? And so like every time you search something, if it's just fucking doing that also, like it's just unnecessary. It'd be like search for it with AI. It should be something extra. It shouldn't just give it to you. It should make you ask for it. But then if it's any good, then everybody's going to ask for it. I don't know. And they want you to adopt. But like, you know, I don't know how true that is. I should look into that. If all this artificial intelligence, just all the shit required to run it, like if it says draining, like it uses like tons of electricity. You know what? I think I heard this shit from Bill Burr. So it may or may not be true. Tell you what, I don't know. Tell you what. But anyway, the problem was, okay, so dig it. A select is an element that you can put on a page. It's something you can see. It's a very basic HTML element. Oh man, I'm already losing you. Okay, HTML and CSS make the page looks like it look. And then you got other code like C# and JavaScript and stuff that interact together, and they put the data for the stuff that's showing on the page. And so there's all this. So a select is a very simple thing for HTML. It's like, here's my select thing. It's an input. You select something, and here are the options for it. And each of the options are their own little element. Okay, and so if you click one of these options. I had this thing made so on these select statements, instead of having the thing do anything or anything, because I just needed to, when they click something, I just need a couple things to change. So that's all I needed. I don't need to be storing things or doing anything. I just need to know just enough to do what I got to do. And so I had these on-click things for the options. So if they go to the select and click it so that it opens up and they pick one of them, like when they click one in particular, it would go off and do something with the value. And if they click the other one, it would go off and do something with its value, and so on and so forth. And it worked just fine and everything else, but Microsoft Edge, a click event, like you click something, you click anything on your screen. I don't know about on phones. I haven't done phone development, but I'm sure it's really similar. When you click, there's a click event. And then so everything else is like, they click this, so he's got this click event for things to do, so we're going to do that. Not Edge. They don't register a click event when you click on the option. No. You got to do it a different way. So I got to do it a different way just because of fucking Edge. Did I mention I fucking hate Microsoft? I just don't like Microsoft. I mean, they've done a lot of good. They got the PC for it and everything, but just I don't know. I'm nitpicking. I don't know what it is. I think I just don't like anything. I think I'm just a grumpy old man. And so this thing I use all the time, I find some little flaws in it. And I'm like, fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him. Fuck him right in the dirty ass. Microsoft, the Bill Gates way to your dreams. Sleep tight, little babies. Microsoft Word in PowerPoint. I'm gonna carry you through. But then a software update fucking breaks everything. 'Cause Microsoft sucks. Microsoft sucks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for hanging out for a minute. That's all there was. That's all it was. Hey, you got to see a couple arts. Hey, maybe I'll put one more right here real quick. All right, I could do a whole thing. I got fucking art stacked all around this fucking place. I'd show you pictures of arts all day long and talk about them. But, man, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of fucking work. A lot of fucking work. So, please resume your coma. I don't know if I ever finished the thought. No, I was getting crazy then anyway. Fuck. No, I think I did finish that thought. Never mind. Good night. Slip back into your coma. Your coma. I wish I was in a coma. A coma. I wish I was in a coma. Peaceful.